Hello everybody, I'm Old Hollywood Vintage Gal. Sorry it took me a long time before I could actually come back and make videos. I've been extremely busy, but today I want to do a My Thoughts. And my thoughts today is going to be on the late, legendary Debbie Reynolds. Okay, so I first got into Debbie when my parents got me the Turner Classic Movie Collection that had Meet Me in St. Louis, Easter Parade, Singing in the Rain, and The Bandwagon. The only reason I wanted that was because of Meet Me in St. Louis, because I was like a huge Judy Garland fan. She was the only one I was interested in at that time. One night, I decided to throw Singing in the Rain in, watched it, and fell in love with Debbie Reynolds' character. I started looking her up, found out she was a voice in Charlotte's Web. She actually played the voice of Charlotte. And I grew up with that movie, so I'm like, okay, cool. So that's 2 movies I've seen of Debbie. Shortly after that, I went to my library, and they had 2 Debbie Reynolds autobiographies. Debbie My Life and The Unsinkable Debbie Reynolds, I believe it was. I fell in love with both the books. Both of them were awesome. But if I had to have a favorite, it was Debbie My Life, because that one actually tells you, okay, how she grew up and all that, and that one's better in my opinion, but both books are still good. So shortly after that, I started watching more of her films. The Unsinkable Molly Brown was a really good one. Tammy and the Bachelor, I love that movie. What other was? How the West Was Won, wasn't a fan of that one. And several others, excuse me. So basically, I basically loved her because she was adorable. Now that I'm older, I still love her, but I'm not into the whole looks thing as much as I was. I'm not interested in how they look. I'm interested in how their acting ability is. And I do compare her a lot with Elizabeth Taylor. Now, my sister and I agreed we couldn't stand Elizabeth Taylor because of the whole Eddie Fisher thing, and we both just love Debbie Reynolds. We're like, oh, we hate Elizabeth Taylor. But before you guys freak out, hear me out. Yes, hate is a strong word, but that's how we felt at that time. I have since changed my opinion on that a little bit. I no longer hate Elizabeth Taylor. I don't love her. I think she was a really good actress, but I'm just not a fan of her. But I do love a lot of Elizabeth Taylor movies, and I think she does a really good job in her acting. Sometimes I think she's a tad better than Debbie Reynolds because she's more of a dramatic actress, and Debbie, I think, is more comical. Because what I've noticed about Debbie, she's kind of comical. She's done movies like that movie with Tony Curtis, Goodbye Charlie, which in my opinion I kind of thought was a little stupid, so I didn't really like it. But she was amusing, she was funny, and she and Tony did have pretty good chemistry for the most part. There was Singing in the Rain, she was kind of comical, but it really wasn't fleshed out. She was kind of just there in a way, I guess. She really didn't have an identity, I don't think. Like, she wasn't funny, she wasn't dramatic, she was just, it was an MGM musical. I don't know what you could do with that. But then again, Judy Garland was a dramatic actress in a way, and she was in a lot of MGM films. So anyway, I'm getting off track. So it's hard for me to explain on Debbie Reynolds' acting. I mean, you take her in Tammy and the Bachelor, and she's not comical in that. She's very sweet, down to earth. I actually love her in that movie. I love that movie, period. I bought that recently and seen it at least 3 times already. There's her and Mother. I think she was kind of comical in that as well, but I've never seen that one. I do want to see that one though. But I do love Debbie Reynolds. She's, and I was pretty upset when I found out she had died. I think it was after Christmas, I believe. And shortly after Carrie's death, and I knew that was going to happen when Carrie died, and then a day or 2 later, Debbie Reynolds suffered a stroke. I kind of figured we were going to lose her. On one hand, I was hoping we weren't. I was hoping it was just a fluke in a way, but I kind of figured 95% of the time we were going to lose her. She and Carrie were close. I learned a lot from their life. I have a Lifetime DVD biography on Debbie and Carrie, both of them talking about how they grew up, what Carrie felt about the situation of Debbie's, how Debbie felt about certain situation of Carrie's, and you knew right off the bat they were extremely close. I mean, mother-daughter. That's what it was. There was a story that Carrie had said, though, I think. They both were live, and Debbie was trying to get Carrie to sing, and Carrie was like, no. Debbie's like, don't you be telling your mother, no, you sing in front of these people, or something like that. And it was a time where I was like, okay, Debbie, seriously, no. And I felt bad for her, for Carrie, because, you know, you don't do that to your kid. You just don't. But throughout all that, I still love Debbie Reynolds. She's a good actress. She's not 100%, in my opinion, like Judy Garland or even Elizabeth Taylor. But I still love her. I think she's definitely a good actress, and I definitely miss her. I actually was watching Tammy and the Bachelor yesterday, and I said to my dad, I still can't believe she's gone. You know, but hey, it is what it is. But throughout all of it, like I said, I love Debbie Reynolds. A lot of her movies are really good, and I highly recommend at least those 2 books that I've read. They're both very good. So I guess that's it on my thoughts on Debbie Reynolds. So let me know in the comments below what you think of Debbie Reynolds. If you have any requests that you would like me to do, please leave them. I'm definitely open to suggestions at this point. Okay, well, hopefully we'll be back for more videos, and if you have Facebook pages, please check out my groups. I have a video on that somewhere. Okay, bye. Have a great, wonderful day.